Hello students, in the previous lecture of centroid, we had discussed the basic concepts of the chapter and we had covered a few problems of initial level. Now we are moving to the next level of learning in the chapter. So my next problem in today's lecture, it is a second lecture on centroid. Today is in the first problem, you have to find the centroid of the shaded area. You are given with this problem. In this shaded area, you have to find the centroid of this shaded area. X and Y reference axes are given here. Okay. Now you have to divide it into the simple areas. How will you divide it into the simple areas? You can take it up a triangle OAB, plus you can take up the triangle ACD. Okay. And then minus quarter circle. So shaded area will be arrived by taking bigger triangle OAB plus triangle ACD minus quarter circle. Now we need to draw the diagram again. Now you can come to this side. You can come to the diagram here. On this diagram, you can see that triangle OAB plus triangle ACD minus this quarter circle. So in this problem, the dimension CD of the triangle ACD is not given. Can you see that here? Triangle OAB is completely defined. Triangle ACD is not completely defined because dimension CD is not given. To find dimension CD, we will use similarity of triangles. You can see that in triangle OAB, tan theta, if I write this angle as theta, tan theta will be OB upon AB. Can you see here? In triangle OAB, tan theta is what? OB upon OA. OB is 50, OA is given as 40. So this is your one relation. Now, if this is angle theta, you can see that in triangle ACD, this is also angle theta, alternate angle. So in triangle ACD, tan theta will be AC upon CD. You can see here. In triangle ACD, what is tan theta? AC upon CD. AC is given to us 20 centimeter. So A 20 upon CD. If you equate the two values of tan theta, this and this, you can equate. You'll get 50 upon 40 is 20 upon CD. CD comes out to be 16 centimeters. So this way, students, this dimension CD is arrived at 16 centimeter. Now we'll mark centroid of each component. Now let's come to bigger triangle OAB. Bigger triangle OAB, with respect to this base, height is 50. So centroid will be at 50 by 3. Can you see that? This is 50 by 3. With respect to this base OB, height is 40. So centroid will be at 40 by 3. This distance is 40 by 3. All right. Now you come to this triangle ACD. In this triangle ACD, this is base 16, height is 20. So centroid will be at 1/3 of its height. That is what is 20 by 3. Okay. Then we come to this base. This base is AC, height is 16. So centroid will be at 16 by 3. So this is one. Now come to this quarter circle. In case of the quarter circle, we know that centroid is at a distance of 4r upon 3 pi from each base. This is one base. From that, it is 4r upon 3 pi. From this base, it is at 4r upon 3 pi. Now we have marked the centroid of each component. Now you will go to the table. You need to make a table of 6 columns, component A, X, Y, AX, and AY. Unit should be written. Dimensions are in centimeters, so area will be in centimeter square. X and Y coordinates will be in centimeter. AX and AY will be in centimeter cube. First, we are taking triangle OAB. What is triangle OAB area? Half into base into it, 40 into 50 by 2. X coordinate. Now you can see that this is your centroid of bigger triangle. This point is at what distance? It is right of y-axis, so x coordinate is positive. This is your y-axis. It is right of y-axis by what distance? 40 by 3. So x coordinate is 40 by 3 plus. Okay. Now, again, you can see that this centroid is above x-axis. Centroid of this triangle OAB is above x-axis. So y coordinate is positive. It is at what distance? This is 50 by 3. So centroid of triangle OAB is at 50 by 3 above axis x. So y coordinate is 50 by 3. Now we come to triangle ACD. In triangle ACD, this is your centroid. This point is right of y-axis, so x coordinate is positive. So this point is at what distance away from y-axis? Total is 40 minus 16 by 3. So this point is at what distance away from y-axis? This is right of y-axis by 40 minus 16 by 3. So this is what is going to be your x coordinate. Now y coordinate of this point, again y coordinate point is above x-axis, so y coordinate is positive. This total distance is 20. This is 20 by 3. So this distance is going to be 20 minus 20 by 3. So y coordinate is 20 minus 20 by 3, which is directly written as 13.333. 20 minus 20 by 3, it comes out to be 13.333, which I have written it directly. All right. Now we come to quarter circle. In case of the quarter circle, since it is a removed area, you will be taking it as minus pi r square by 4, radius is 20. Now we come to the writing coordinates. This point is right of y-axis by 4r upon 3 pi. So x coordinate is 4r upon 3 pi. Plus, even this point is above x-axis, right? Y coordinate is above x-axis by 4r upon 3 pi. Y coordinate is again 4r upon 3 pi. Then you will use your calculators. You'll find the value of a1, a2, a3. You'll find the value x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3. Then a1 into x1, a1 into y1. Then a1, a2, x2, a2, x3. Similarly, you'll multiply a3 into x3 will come here, a3 into y3 will come. So summation of this column will be a1 plus a2 plus a3. That is summation a. Summation a will give you the shaded area, which comes out to be 845.84. Summation of this column gives you summation a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3, which comes out to be like this. This column summation gives you summation ay a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y2. You get this one. Then students, you get x bar as summation ax upon summation a. Substitute those values, you get x coordinate. Similarly, y bar comes out to be summation ay upon summation a. Substitute the values, you get y coordinate. This way, we get x and y coordinates of centroid of this shaded area. Now, students, we are ready to move to the second problem. In the second problem, we have to again find the centroid of shaded area. This time in the problem, shaded area is given to you in this manner. You have to do little geometrical construction, so can put it into the standard format. So what I did that, I just draw this dotted line and this dotted line. Once you draw this dotted line, these two, then it comes to some standard form. What will be the composition here? You can take the entire square as positive, then this triangle minus this quarter circle minus. So finally, we decide to take the composition of the shaded area as the shaded area will be arrived as if you take this square plus this triangle minus this quarter circle minus. So we have to find x bar as well as y bar. We need to make the table with 6 columns, component a, x, y, ax, ay. Units are, dimensions are in mm, so accordingly units will be written for area, x and y coordinates, ax and ay. Now this square, we have to mark the centroid of each component. We have to mark the centroid of each component. This square is of size what? 1000 mm. This is 1000. Height is also 1000. So its centroid will be where? This is the centroid of it. 500. 1000 by 2, 500 mm, right? And even this also is 500 mm from the bottom, from the x-axis. Now, students, as far as this quarter circle is concerned, we already know through many problems that centroid of the quarter circle lies at 4r upon 3 pi from base. So from this base, it is 4r upon 3 pi written here. With respect to this base, this is 4r upon 3 pi. Now you come to this triangle. For this triangle, if you talk about this base, with respect to this base, height is 750. So centroid is 750 by 3. That comes out to be 250 mm. With respect to this base, I'm talking about this base, height is 750. Then again 750 by 3. That comes out to be 250 mm. So this way, students, centroid of all the 3 components are masked. So first component of mine is square. Square is of side 1000, so 1000 square. Now you can see it is centroid is here. This point is right of y-axis by 500, so x coordinate is plus 500. This point is above x-axis by 500, so y coordinate is also plus 500. Now we come to this triangle. To arrive at the shaded area, this triangle is to be taken negative area. So I have taken negative. What is that? Half into base into height, or base and height both are 750, so 750 into 750 by 2. Now this is the centroid of this triangle. This point is right of y-axis. This point is right of y-axis, so x coordinate is positive. It is at what distance right of y-axis? You can take it as this total distance is 1000 minus 200, 250. So it comes plus 750. Similarly, this point is above x-axis. Above x-axis by what distance? 1000 minus 250, again plus 750. Come to third component is quarter circle. Quarter circle radius is 750 mm. Quarter circle area will be taken as pi r square by 4. Radius is 750. This is centroid of quarter circle. The point is right of y-axis by 4r upon 3 pi. X coordinate is positive 4r upon 3 pi. This point is above x-axis by 4r upon 3 pi. So y coordinate is plus 4r upon 3 pi. Then you will use the calculators. You will just do all the calculation. A into x will come here. A into y will come here for all the three components. Summation of this column will give me summation a1 plus a2 plus a3. Summation of this column will give me a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3. And this will give me summation ay. Then x bar is summation ax upon summation a. Just substitute the values, you get x bar. Similarly, y bar will be summation ay upon summation a. Substitute the values from here, and then you'll get the y. You can see that here by chance x bar and y bar are coming out to be same because of diagonal symmetry. There is a diagonal symmetry is there in this diagram, but you are not supposed to use this advantage of this symmetry. Reason for that is, since we are working in a rectangular coordinate system, so advantage of symmetry can be taken only when figure is symmetrical about x-axis or about y-axis. Okay, now students, we are ready to move to the third problem. Now, in third problem, you can see that this is our third problem. In the third problem, you have to find the centroid of plane area. They have simply said find the centroid of plane area. How will you arrive at this plane area? So that means area bound by continuous line. So this is what is the area bound by the continuous line. That is, if you don't say anything, we understand it in this manner, that it is going to be area bound by continuous. So how will I take the composition here? I draw the diagram again, little big in size. I take this as a rectangle 1, 3 meter is width and depth is 6 meter. Then put a dotted line here. You take another rectangle of width 4 meter by height is 2 meter, and this semicircle will be removed area. Semicircle will be removed area. So what is the composition of this plane area? This is rectangle 1 plus rectangle 2 plus semicircle minus. Make a table with 6 columns. This time units are in meters. Accordingly, you'll come across the units of area, x, y, ax, and ay. Now we have to mark the centroid of all the three components. Now component 1 centroid is, this is 3 meters, so this is 3 by 2, 1.5 meter, b by 2. All right, and this height is 6 meters, 6 by 2 is 3 meter. Come to this rectangle 2, width is 4 meter, centroid will lie at 2 meter, and this is height is 2 meter, it will lie at 1 meter. In case of semicircle, students, one centroidal axis lies at axisymmetry of a semicircle, and another is at 4r upon 3 pi from base. So this is 4r. Now we come to table. Rectangle 1 is this one. What is area of that? 3 into 6. It's centroid, x coordinate. This is centroid of this rectangle. It is right of y-axis by 1.5. So x coordinate is plus 1.5. This point is above x-axis by 3. Y coordinate is plus 3. Then we come to this rectangle 2, where centroid is here. Area of this rectangle is 4 into 2, 8. X coordinate point is centroid of this second rectangle is over here. Now this point is right of y-axis, x coordinate is positive. What is that? 3 plus 2 plus 5. Y coordinate, this point is above x-axis, that is plus 1. This semicircle is removed area, so we took it minus pi r square by 2. R is 1 meter, and this is centroid of the semicircle. This point is right of y-axis. Right of y-axis, x coordinate is positive, 3 plus 1, that is plus 4. And y coordinate of this point, that is centroid of semicircle, point is above x-axis, so y coordinate is positive. This is 2, and this is 4r upon 2. So this point is above x-axis by 2 minus 4r upon 3 pi. 2 minus 4r. Rest all students, you need to use your calculators. This will give you summation of this column will give you summation A1 plus A2 plus A3. Then summation of this column will be A1 x1 plus A2 x2 plus A3, that is summation AX, and this will give me summation AY. X bar is going to be as usual summation AX upon summation A. Substitute the value of summation AX and summation A, you get X bar. Then find Y bar is summation AY upon summation A. Substitute the value of summation AY, substitute the value of summation A, you get Y bar. This way, X bar and Y bar coordinates of centroid of this plane area are arrived at. Now, students, we move to the next problem. I have taken enough number of problems in my video lectures. In the previous lecture of centroid, we had covered 5, 6 problems were covered. In this part, we are covering 8 problems are being covered. All types of the problems are being covered what are asked in the examination. Now we move to the next problem, that is question and problem number 4. Again, we need to find the centroid of the shaded area. How this shaded area will be arrived at? I hope you can understand. I have drawn the diagram again. Put this dotted line. The moment you draw this dotted line, immediately you get the idea. What idea you get it? You will take this as a square area plus this triangle minus this quarter circle. Again, I repeat that you will be taking it as this as a square, okay, and plus this triangle minus this semicircle. Sorry, minus this quarter circle. All right. Now you need to mark the centroid of each component. This square is of side 40 mm. So centroid will be 20 mm from this edge and 20 mm from bottom. This is marked over here. You can see that. You see that this is the centroid of square 20 mm from each side, 20 mm from bottom. Now we come to quarter circle. Quarter circle centroid is here. It is 4r upon 3 pi from this base and 4r upon 3 pi from this base. Then we come to this triangle. This triangle with respect to this base height is 40. So this centroid is at 40 by 3. This is marked here. You can see that this is 40 by 3. And with respect to this base, height is again 60. This height is 60. So centroidal distance will be 60 by 3 mm. Now we can go to the table, make a table with 6 columns. Component number 1 is triangle. Which triangle we are talking about? This triangle. What is area of that? 60 into 40 by 2. 60 is base width, height is 40, so 60 into 40 by 2 area. Now you have to write x and y coordinates of this point of centroid of triangle. This point is right of y-axis, x coordinate is positive. Point is right of y-axis. What is that distance? 60 minus 20, that is plus 40. Y coordinate of this point is above x-axis. What is that? Is 40 by 3 plus 40 by 3. Then we come to square. The square is 40. Square is its area. Centroid is here. This point is right of y-axis. X coordinate is positive. What is that? 60 plus 20, that is 80, or 100 minus 20 is also can be taken as 80. All right. Similarly, y coordinate point is above x-axis, so y coordinate will be 20. That is plus 20. In fact, student, if the entire figure is in first quadrant, as in most of the cases, all coordinates will be positive. But rather than remembering it first quadrant, second quadrant, you should always measure it. X coordinate is measured from y-axis, right of y-axis positive, left of y-axis negative. Y coordinate is measured from x-axis, above x-axis positive, below x-axis negative. Now we come to students quarter circle. Quarter circle is removed area, so we'll take it as minus pi r square by 4. Radius is 40 mm. Now this is centroid of it. This point is right of y-axis, x coordinate is positive. Total distance is 100 minus 4r upon 3 pi. This is x coordinate. This point is above x-axis. This point is quarter circle. This is centroid of it. This point is right of y-axis, so this is 100 minus 20 by 3. This point is above x-axis. This is 100 plus 4r upon 3 pi. Again, I repeat for the quarter circle students, I have marked the centroid is here. Okay, this point is right of y-axis, so x coordinate is 100 minus 4r upon 3 pi. This point is above x-axis, so y coordinate is 4r upon 3 pi plus. Now use your calculators, then you get the value of summation A, summation AX, and summation AY. X bar is summation AX upon summation A, substitute values, you get X bar. Y bar is summation AY upon summation A, substitute value of summation AY and summation A, you get Y bar. So these are the X bar and Y bar. What are X bar and Y bar? X and Y coordinates of centroid of the shaded area. Now, next problem is again, he's asking you to find the centroid of the shaded area. Now, to find the centroid of the shaded area, students, we need to draw the diagram again. As you can see that here I have drawn it. Draw this dotted line. You can see this dotted line you completed. The moment you complete this dotted line, immediately it comes to your mind that this figure can be taken as square minus two triangles minus quarter circle. You can take it up the composition of this figure as square. What is the size of this side of the square is 6 meters, 6 by 6 meter. Then you can subtract this right angle triangle. You can subtract this right angle triangle, and you can subtract this quarter circle. So in this, to arrive at the shaded area, you will have to take the square area as positive, and two triangles 1 and 2 will be taken as negative. In quarter circle area will also be taken as negative. Now students, if we have completed this square, this is the centroid of the square, which is 3 meter from the right of y-axis, and 3 meter is above x-axis. We come to this quarter circle. Centroid of the quarter circle will be at 4r upon 3 pi from this base, and 4r upon 3 pi below this base. As you can see, this is the base 4r upon 3. If you come to this triangle 2, in this triangle, this is the base, height is 6, so this centroid will be at 6 by 3. If you talk about this base, height is 3, 3 by 3 is 1 meter. Similarly, you come to this triangle. With respect to this base, height is 3, so 3 by 3 is 1 meter. And with respect to this base, height is 6, so 6 by 3 is 2 meters. Students, do remember that in case of the right angle triangle, centroid can be marked based on the dimensions which are horizontal and vertical. So a centroid of triangle of any shape lies at 1/3 of its height from the base. But this property is applied on the base which are horizontal or which are vertical. Like in this triangle, you will apply on this base and this base. In this triangle, you will apply on this base and on this base. So this way, students, we have marked the centroid of all the components. We are ready to go to the table. First component is square. Area is positive 6 square. This is centroid of square. It is right of y-axis by 3 meters. So plus 3 is x coordinate. This point is above x-axis by 3 meters. So plus 3. Then we take up, this is my next component, triangle 1. I have given the name to that. Area is minus half into 3 into 6, or 3 into 6, 6 into 3 by 2. Now this is the centroid of it. This point is right of y-axis. This point is right of y-axis. 6 minus 2. So that is what is x coordinate is positive. This point is above x-axis by 1 meter, so plus 1. Then we come to this triangle. This triangle again it is minus. Area is 3 into 6 by 2. Centroid is here. This point is right of y-axis by 1 meter, so x coordinate is plus 1. This point is above x-axis, so y coordinate is 6 minus 2. This point is above x-axis. This is 2 meter, this is 6 meter. 6 minus 2, 4, plus 4. Then we come to this quarter circle. The quarter circle area is minus pi r square by 4. Centroid is here of this point, centroid of this quarter circle. This point is right of y-axis, x coordinate is positive. This total distance is 6. This is 4r upon 3 pi, so x coordinate is 6 minus 4r upon 3 pi. This point is above x-axis, so y coordinate will also be positive. Y coordinate is 6 minus 4r upon 3. This is what is right. Rest all students are the calculations. You need to use the calculators. You will get summation A, summation AX, and summation AY. X bar is summation AX upon summation A. You get X bar. Y bar is summation AY upon summation A. Now, we move to the next problem, number 6. Again, it is a problem of finding centroid of the plane area. They say plane area. Plane area means area bound by the continuous lines. area bound by the continuous lines. So in this case, to arrive at the area bound by continuous lines, you have to take this semicircle as positive, this triangle as positive, and this semicircle as negative. Can you see that here in the, you can come that I have drawn the diagram again. This semicircle will be taken as positive, this semicircle will be taken as negative, this triangle will be taken as positive. In this triangle, students, you can see that this dimension, I mean, what is radius of bigger circle is 8 centimeter. This height is not given directly, but this angle is given 60 degrees. So can you understand that tan theta, tan 60 is what? Suppose this is y, y upon x. So y is required, x is 8. So this dimension of the right angle triangle will be 8 tan 60, which comes 13.86. Now we mark the centroid of each component. Students, here origin is given to you here. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. Centroid of the semicircle will lie along axisymmetry of semicircle and below x, below the base by 4r upon 3. Then, in case of this triangle, this centroid is here. With respect to this base, height is 13.86, so centroid is 13.86 by 3. With respect to this base, height is 8, so centroid will be 8 by 3. Then about this semicircle, area is negative. Its centroid is going to be along axisymmetry, dividing the semicircle in two parts, and it will be below the base at 4r upon 3. This distance is 4r upon 3. Now we make a table. In the table, I took it a bigger semicircle, triangle, and smaller semicircle. Bigger semicircle, what will be area? Pi r square by 2. Radius is 8 centimeters, so pi into 8 square by 2. This centroid of this semicircle is lying on y-axis. Can you see that? Centroid of the bigger semicircle is lying on y-axis, so x-coordinate will be 0. And this point, the centroid of bigger semicircle is below x-axis. Centroid of bigger semicircle is below x-axis, so y-coordinate is negative. What is that? 4r upon 3 pi. 4 into 8 upon 3 pi, but minus. Now we come to this triangle. Area is half into base into height, half into 8 into 13.86. Now x coordinate, the point is right of y-axis, 8 minus 8 by 3. Point centroid is above x-axis, y coordinate is positive, 13.86 by 3. Then this is the semicircle. Semicircle area will be minus since it is removed area, pi r square by 2, radius is 3 centimeter, so pi r square by 2. This is the centroid of the semicircle. This point is left of y-axis. Can you see that? This point, centroid of bigger, smaller semicircle is left of y-axis, so x coordinate is minus. What is the distance? It is left of y-axis by 5 centimeter, 2 plus 3. Minus 5 is x coordinate. This point is below x-axis. This point is below x-axis. This is your x-axis. Centroid of smaller semicircle is below x-axis, so y coordinate is negative. Negative minus 4r upon 3. This way, you complete the table and then you get x bar and y bar. X bar is summation ax upon summation a. Y bar is summation ay upon summation a. X bar comes out to be positive. Y bar comes out to be negative. That means x bar and y bar are x and y coordinates of centroid of this plane area. X coordinate of centroid is measured right of y axis. Y coordinate is measured below x axis. Now, the next problem is question number 7, where again you have to find the centroid of the shaded area. Now, this shaded area, just pay a little more attention in understanding the coordinates of centroid of various components in this problem, right? How will you take the composition of shaded area to arrive at shaded area? Look at this side. You will take this as a rectangle, smaller rectangle, I'll call it. 60 is its width and depth is what it is 50. This is another rectangle. You will take up this one. This rectangle is of width 75 plus 35, that is 110, and this height is 40. Okay. Plus you will take this quarter circle. Quarter circle is positive, and last you will subtract this triangle. Triangle area will be taken as minus, negative. Subtract करेंगे हम इसको. Okay, we'll subtract it. Again, I repeat the composition of the shaded area. To arrive at this shaded area, you'll take this rectangle as positive, you'll take bigger rectangle as positive, you'll take quarter circle as positive, and this triangle will be taken as negative. Then you arrive at the shaded. You make a table with the 6 columns, component A, X, Y, AX, and AY. Dimensions are in centimeter. Accordingly, you'll get the units of area X, Y, AX, and AY. Now, first we'll talk about bigger rectangle. Bigger rectangle is this part. What is area of that? 110 into 40. 110 into 40 is its area. Now, if this width is 110 from this side, from left edge, 110 by 2 is 55 centimeter. I mean, you can centroid is at 110 by 2, that is 55 is right from this edge. But student, I have to take it up from y-axis. X coordinate is measured from y-axis. This edge is at 60 and centroid is at 55. That means this point, centroid of this rectangle is still left of y-axis by 5 centimeter. Centroid of this bigger rectangle, I have shown it here, is still left of y-axis because this dimension is 60, this dimension is 55. That means this point is still left of y-axis by 5. So this is going to be minus 5. I wrote it 60 minus 55, minus since it is on the left of y-axis. Then we talk about y-coordinate. Y-coordinate is easy to understand. This is dimension is 40. 40 by 2 is 20. So it is 20 centimeter below x-axis. This point is below x-axis by 20 centimeters. So y-coordinate is minus 20. Now we come to smaller rectangle. Smaller rectangle area is positive 60 into 50. Centroid is here. This point is left of y-axis by 30. So x-coordinate is this point is left of y-axis by 30. So x-coordinate is minus 30. This point is above x-axis by 25. How you got 25? 50 by 2. So this is plus 25. Then we come to this quarter circle. Area is positive, pi r square by 4. Radius is 50 centimeter. The centroid of this quarter circle is right of y-axis by 4r upon 3 pi. So x-coordinate is plus 4r upon 3 pi. This point is above x-axis by 4r upon 3 pi. So y-coordinate is 4r upon 3 pi. Then we come to this triangle. This triangle is of base width 75 and height is 90. So area is 75 into 90 by 2. Now, how we have marked the centroid of it? This is dimension, base is 75, height is 90. So centroid of triangle will be at 90 by 3, that is 30 centimeter. Okay. With respect to this base, height is 75. So centroid will be 75 by 3, 25 centimeter. This way, centroid of triangle is marked. Area we have taken negative 90 into 75 by 2. This point is left of y-axis. Can you see that? This dimension is 25, but your y-axis is here. So this point is still left of y-axis. You can see that the centroid of triangle is left of y-axis. So x-coordinate is negative. So this is 60, this is 25. 60 minus 25 is x-coordinate. It's negative since it is left of y-axis. 60 minus 25 minus 35 is x-coordinate. Y-coordinate, this point is below x-axis. This point is below x-axis, so y-coordinate is negative. I repeat again, this point is below x-axis, so y-coordinate is negative. By what distance it is below x-axis? This dimension is 40. This dimension is 30. So minus 10. This point is below. This is 40. This is 30. So we can say that centroid of triangle is 10 centimeter below x-axis. 40 minus 30. So I have written here 40 minus 30. Since it's below x-axis, it is y-coordinate is negative. Then students, we use the calculator. You'll get summation A, then A into x, AX, you'll get it, A this column into Y, that is AY, and then you carry out calculation summation. This is summation AX, this is summation AY, this is summation A. X bar is going to be summation AX upon summation A. Just substitute the values from the table, you get X bar. Y bar is summation AY upon summation A. Substitute the value of summation AY at summation A, you get Y. So this way, X bar and Y bar are obtained. In this problem, you need to understand the coordinates reading carefully. Reason for that is number of coordinates are negative. Do remember only one thing, that x coordinate is measured right of x coordinate is measured from y-axis, right of y-axis positive, left of y-axis negative. Y coordinate is measured from x-axis, above x-axis it is positive, below x-axis it is negative. Now, the last problem of centroid chapter, now we are taking it up. In this problem, he has given the centroidal axis and he is asking you to find one of the dimensions in the diagram. What is he asking? He is asking you to find one of the dimensions in the diagram. Just read the question. Find depth of web of T section such that centroid coincides with axis AB. So मतलब ये AB है ना, ये centroidal axis दिया है उसने. What is given? AB as the centroidal axis. This is given to you. Okay. ये जो कंपोनेंट है ना टी सेक्शन के अंदर, उसको हम वेब बोलते हैं. ये कंपोनेंट को फ्लेंज बोलते हैं. उससे लेकिन अपना कुछ संबंध नहीं है. वी आर नो वे कंसर्न विद व्हाट इज वेब, व्हाट इज. वी हैव टू ओनली अंडरस्टैंड दैट वी आर गिवन विद a section for which one of the dimensions is required. So dimension h is required. Dimension h is required for the condition that centroidal axis AB. So AB is basically centroidal axis. Your unknown dimension is in y direction. So one thing what you need to remember that centroid answer will come based on y bar. Since unknown dimension is in y direction, answer will come based on y bar. Okay. Now you come to this diagram. Now one more thing what can be observed about the given problem. He has not given any reference axis. So to solve this problem, we'll have to assume the reference axis. Okay, now come to this side. On this diagram, I drawn the same diagram. This dimension is given 20. This is h. Okay, and this rectangle is of width 100, and this is what is 25. Okay, this is AB is your centroidal axis. देखो मैंने यहाँ पे लिख भी दिया है centroidal axis. It is given. Normally we refer centroidal axis as xx. And can you mark the other centroidal axis also here? Yes, it is by axis of symmetry. Using axis symmetry is the line or axis that divides the area into two equal parts so that one part is mirror image of other. So student, this is another centroidal axis. One centroidal axis AB is given, other centroidal axis we understand based on axis symmetry knowledge. So this point is the centroid of this plane area. This point is centroid of this plane area, students. Now, your unknown dimension is in y direction, so answer will come based on y bar. Based on the reference axis y and reference axis x, you can understand this point is origin. For solving this problem, I have taken this corner left, extreme left bottom corner as origin, because you can see y-axis is marked here and x-axis. That means this corner has been taken as origin. So this is my reference axis x, this is reference axis y. Now you want to solve this problem for y bar. Why you want to solve it for y bar? Because unknown dimension is in y direction. So अभी मैं y bar के लिए solve करने जाता हूँ, and this is my reference axis x and this is horizontal central xx. So y bar is going to be this dimension 25. Y bar is the distance between x reference axis and xx centroidal axis. So I will have to assume that y bar is given to me. What is y bar? Is given to me as 25 mm. Again, I repeat that I took this corner as origin, x reference axis is y. This is y centroidal axis due to axis symmetry. This is horizontal centroidal axis x. Where the two intersect, that becomes centroid of this plane area. All right. The distance between x reference axis and xx centroidal axis is called y bar. So in this problem, y bar is 25 mm. Students, when in this problem reference axis were not given to me, I could have assumed this corner also as origin. If I take this point as origin and this as x-axis, so in that case y bar becomes 0. So here you have to assume the reference axis and then you have to solve the problem. Anyway, right now I've taken this corner as origin. So this is x-axis, this is xx central axis, y bar is 25. Now we'll make a table for only y bar. Component A, Y and AY. Area is in mm square, Y is in mm, AY will be mm. Now come to this rectangle. This rectangle width is 100. So centroid will be 100 by 250 and this is 25 by 2, 12.5. Other rectangle is base width 20 and height h. So this is 12.5, sorry 10. I mean 20 by 2 and this is 0.5 h. Rectangle 1. Rectangle 1, what is area? 100 into 25. 100 into 25. This is the centroid of this rectangle. This point is above x-axis. This is my assumed x-axis. Centroid of rectangle 1 is above x-axis by 12.5. So I'll write it plus 12.5. This is my second rectangle. What is area of that? 20 into h. This is its centroid. I have to write only y coordinate. Point is above x-axis. So y coordinate is what? This is 25 plus 0.5 h. What is that? 25 plus 0.5 h. Then you get summation ay. If you add them up, you get summation ay, you get summation a. We already understood that y bar is summation ay upon summation a. So y bar is summation ay upon summation. Y bar is already understood to be as 25 mm. Substitute the value of summation ay, substitute the value of summation a, and just you need to solve this equation. You see that here 500h, 500 gets cancelled on both sides. You'll get the value of h. So this way, the value of h is arrived at. Well, students, in this lecture, I have covered 8 problems on centroid of composite area, covering all types of problems what are normally asked in the examination. Now, if you want to refer more solved problems, or you want to refer unsolved problems, you can refer to my book. All right, description details. This book is available on the Amazon as well as on the local bookstores. The link of Amazon is given in the description of the video. All right, more problems. I have covered enough number of problems in my 2 lectures on this topic. All right, but still many more problems and all derivations step by step with the self-explanation. You can easily understand once you refer to the book. If you want to refer to the book, if you refer the book, then you'll understand all the derivations. So enough number of problems on centroid have been covered in these 2 lectures. Okay, students, thank you. Mm-hmm.